I've been lucky to travel to so many places around the world, but recently I went home. Have you ever done this? I went to see the place I grew up in, my childhood places, with my boyfriend. I wanted to show him where I grew up. It was quite confronting. I'd only recommend doing it if you're in like a good place, if you have good or bad experiences of your childhood. But this is my school. I hope you had a better school experience than me, but I have memories there. I used to ride my bike down here to my grandparents, so many memories came flooding back. This is the house my grandparents lived in. They're sadly no longer with us, and new owners let us look around. But this is basically where I spent so much of my childhood. I cried a lot thinking of my grandparents. It was very healing for me to do this trip and to see the areas I spent so much time in as a kid. It's incredible how you can live so much life outside of your childhood, but it still has such a big hold on you because it's your foundation, isn't it? And these are the places I lived in, the schools I went to, and I love going to different places, and I hadn't thought about going back to the places that meant a lot to me as a kid, or just the places I hang out with. This was my school. I spent so much of my foundational sort of years here. I used to go down here all the time, and so showing my boyfriend the place I grew up in meant so much to me, and so many memories came flooding back. I'm so glad I grew up before the social media even though I do social media, before it kind of took hold. I did have a childhood outside. I used to ride my bike, go to the park, and I'm so grateful for that. This is where I spent the majority of my childhood living, and across the road my best friend lived, and so it was so much fun to just spend so much time together and being in this area, which was the area we sort of grew up in. I used to ride my bike here. I used to play tennis against the walls here. Just so many times outdoors, which I was so grateful for. But showing my boyfriend where I lived was really, really incredible. I used to read Jacqueline Wilson by this tree. What was so weird is how you could change and things around you have changed, but these areas haven't really changed at all. And so it's quite therapeutic and healing going back, when you've got good and bad memories of different places and seeing them again, and they're still being there, even though people and you are no longer living there. That you remember so well. So it was definitely healing. And because I've travelled so many places, I kind of wanted to show you where I did grow up. I learned to ride my bike here. I fed the ducks here. My granny taught me how to play poo sticks on this bridge. It's just so many memories.